What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing news. I'm actually on my way out, so I'll try to make this quick. I just figured this was interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys. Joseph Agbeko, who's most famous for his two fights with Abner Mares. In the first fight, he received some controversial low blows. He recently spoke with World Boxing News and had some things to say. So here's what he said. I want to throw a challenge to Guillermo Rigondeaux. I watched his last fight last Saturday, and he did really well, but he got exposed a few times. I believe he's a great fighter, but not to the level he is rating himself. He may be two-time Olympic gold medalist, but he won't ever be two-time world professional boxing champion. Donaire and Mares are right for not fighting him because they think he has not done a lot as a professional fighter, so he needs to prove himself some more. If Rigo really wants those fights against Mares and Donaire, then he needs to fight some big names like Joseph King Kong Agbeko to prove himself. I want to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux. I want to give him that test. Rigondeaux should stop mentioning Mares and Donaire's names if he hasn't fought me. He should shut up and fight me first. He should beat me to prove himself to the world. Rigo, let's get it on. Rigondeaux is 31. Joseph Agbeko is 32. And that's what Agbeko had to say about Rigondeaux. I also watched the Chavez Jr. Sergio Martinez fight, so I was able to catch the undercard and prelims. As far as Guillermo Rigondeaux against Roberto Marroquin, he did show some vulnerability in that fight. He was getting tagged, and it looked like he was visibly hurt at certain parts in the fight. As far as other fighters, in the world of boxing, styles make fights. So, what one fighter is able to expose, or if another fighter is able to exploit a flaw in another fighter's game plan, that doesn't mean anyone can do it. So just because you've seen Rigondeaux visibly hurt, that doesn't mean just anybody's going to be able to do it. He's a very technical fighter and a very defensive-minded fighter. As far as Roberto Marroquin, he's young and he has a pretty good amateur background himself. From what I heard, he's beat Adrian Broner in the amateurs, and another big name I can't think off the top of my head, but he has a pretty solid amateur background, and it looked like he has some pop. So, again, styles make fights. What one fighter can do to exploit another fighter's weakness, that's based on their game plan, and not every fighter will be able to do that. So, as far as Rigondeaux, I don't know how he'll perform against Mares or Donaire, but he's a very technical fighter. He's a two-time Olympic gold medalist. And aside from that, he seems to be pretty slick in that ring. And he knows how to maneuver around, and he looks pretty comfortable. And aside from that, I heard he had over 400 amateur fights. So that's a pretty extensive rap sheet, if you ask me. Again, he only has about 10 fights or so in the professionals, so it remains to be seen exactly where he's at in terms of elite competition. In the last fight with Marroquin, he did show that he was susceptible to certain punches, and he looked like he was getting touched. But who knows? Anyway, that's what Joseph Agbeko had to say. Let me know what you think about a possible matchup. Should Guillermo Rigondeaux fight Joseph Agbeko? Should he be granted a fight with Nonito Donaire or Abner Mares? Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, comment, hate. You guys know the routine. It's Ego signing out.